In this special limited series, I'm taking you behind the curtain of the 2025 Bendigo Business Excellence Awards. Join me as I spotlight the winners of each category and discover what makes them truly exceptional.
Making sense of money.
Bec Dillon-Hensby is the genius behind Making Sense of Money, a financial planning business that took out the Emerging and Energised award. Bec, thank you so much for joining me in the studio. This is really cool to have you finally in here.
I am so excited.
Good. So, Bec, tell me, Making Sense of Money.
Yes.
Tell me about it. What is your business and what does it look like?
Cool. So we're a financial planning practice, and people are normally a little bit surprised when they see me and hear financial planner.
Why is that?
Because we look and feel a little bit different to your typical financial advisors.
Yeah.
So we focus on providing holistic financial planning to people to understand what it is that they want for their lives and then how they need to structure their money to make that happen. So we look at everything from cash flow, super, insurances, investments, all of that fun stuff, and work out how do we need to put these puzzle pieces together so that you can do all the things that you want to do.
Super cool.
It is.
So, Bec, what does that actually look like? What does Making Sense of Money look like from a team perspective, operations?
Yeah. So we have me as the director and financial planner. So I am the person that clients come and sit across from and delivers the advice to them. I also have a team with Sam and Sarah who are part-time employees that take care of the operations and administration and client services. And then we have a contract paraplanner that we work with as well to support me with my strategy development.
Love it. How did you get into going out on your own, and starting up your business? Tell me a little bit about that story.
Okay. So we're a little bit different in terms of a traditional financial advice business where what you tend to think of when you think of a financial planner is maybe an older gentleman that works with retirees, and that's what they do.
Yeah.
And I was previously working as a financial planner for one of the big four banks and was consistently working with people that were either approaching or in their early 60s. And I was hearing time and time again, I wish I'd started when I was sooner. I wish I'd done something about this 10 years ago, 20 years ago, because people were realising quite quickly that, maybe we're not going to be able to live the retirement that we want to because we haven't done enough.
Yep.
And so I was determined to help people at an earlier stage.
Yep.
So when they have time to really grow their wealth while still living a great lifestyle now, but I couldn't quite find the right home to be able to do that because a lot of the traditional financial advice firms are focused on people that are a little bit later in life.
Yep.
So hence Making Sense of Money was born.
Love it. And I love your name. How long did you labour over the name of your business?
Oh, gosh, months. Absolute months. So I sort of had a 6-month lead time to starting my own practice. And I think for at least a good hour every day, I was just pondering the name because it needed to be something that reflected us and our brand and our values. And I think we hit the sweet spot.
You nailed it. It brings a smile to your face, right? Making sense of money. That's what I want to do. I want to make multiple dollars of the money.
Yes. So we actually make dollars, but it makes sense.
You did? Good, but it makes sense. That's so good.
Yeah.
Tell me, how long have you been in business with Making Sense of Money now?
So Making Sense of Money, the practice, started in June of last year. So we are still
fresh as.
Yes, we are still a new business. So emerging and energized. Prior to that, though, so I've been in financial advice for over a decade in various positions throughout that time.
Nice. And how's business? Did you say 18 months in?
Yeah. Thereabouts.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Things are going really well. I think we definitely stood out in the market and that has really reflected in how many people are coming through our doors and how much advice we're able to deliver, which is really excited.
Yeah. So you had a vision and an idea that people could leverage their wealth and leverage their money better sooner, meaning that they could get to their retirement age and
Yeah.
be in a much better position. How much kind of market education have you had to do versus existing demand of younger people coming in and saying, yeah, I want help with planning for the future and leveraging my finances?
Look, I definitely think that's changed in recent years. So when I first started and I was trying to speak to a younger demographic, there was a lot of eye rolls, and oh yeah, that's a later problem.
Wow.
So there was quite a lot of market education. I definitely think in the last couple of years, particularly with the rise of podcasts and
Yeah.
books,
Yeah.
people are really starting to absorb that knowledge, and it's more forefront, and
Yep.
people are going, okay, I actually need to do something about this.
Yeah.
So we do have a fair bit of demand. I think educating people in those sessions is really important because you don't know what you don't know as well.
Yeah, true. How are you shaking up the business model to make sense for younger people? Because I know, like, a lot of financial planners, it can be quite a seamless business to work with,
Yeah.
given that a lot of clients are ready to access their super funds. You know, you can pay fees from super funds, and so you don't feel it as much. And there's
Yeah.
some, moral challenges with the
Yeah.
industry's gone through with that. But
Yes.
but how do you find making the jump into the delivery and payment for your services be something that makes sense for younger people?
Yeah, absolutely. So we focus on efficiencies in our business so that we can keep the pricing competitive.
Yep.
So I think there are a lot of practices out there that are a little bit antiquated in the way that they're doing things.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it does add to the cost
Yeah.
associated. So we're focused on finding those efficiencies so that we can deliver a service at as cost effective as we can.
Yeah.
In terms of payment, we are still able to leverage superannuation,
I love it.
etc., to do that.
Yeah, wow.
Introducing things like payment plans to support the payment of our fees as well.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, it's actually our job to help you work that out. So when we're helping someone with
Yeah.
their budget, we make sure that there is budget to
Yeah.
support our services as well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll just point them in the right direction and give them some tips to help them on their way.
Honestly, there could be no better use of your money than to use the money better,
Yeah.
or to make more money. So, like, it would make a lot of sense
I like what you did there.
to really to engage with a financial planner to make sure that you're utilizing what you've got to the best way possible, and you're planning for the future. Who doesn't want to, like, it's actually fun. Like, I don't know if it's fun for most people, but it's fun for me to
100%.
look at, like, what this is the pie I've got to work with
Yeah.
at the moment. What part can I invest? What part how can I optimize my budget better? Like it, and you're right. There's a lot of really, like, award-winning financial based podcasts popping up
100%.
all over the place.
Yeah.
Like a guy I know over in the UK produced MoneyWise,
Yeah.
which is going gangbusters.
Yeah.
And there's a whole heap of other ones out of the States that are just, like, huge. So there's obviously a demand, and there's an interest from younger people of, like, I'm not going to be one. They're not looking at their employment and thinking, I've got a safe job for 40 years,
Yeah.
or that I want the same job for 40
Yeah.
years, right? And so there's more of a swapping around of employment, of jobs, of
Definitely.
careers. And that comes with a whole lot of complexity of, like, how am I going to actually set myself up to succeed in retirement? And what does it even look like? What are
100%.
the different trends you're seeing in that space?
So yeah, we just see so much change. So
Yeah.
I think the nature of the clients that we're working with, think about all the life events that you're going through in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. There's a lot going on there. And so we are just seeing a lot of changes. From a trends perspective, we are seeing people focus more on day-to-day money management. Like cost of living is real. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've been to the supermarket recently, but
I
that
have.
hurts.
My bank account has.
Yeah, absolutely. It feels like you need to take out a second mortgage sometimes.
Yeah.
So we are seeing a lot of our conversations focus on cash flow and budgeting, which historically didn't make up a lot of our conversations, say 10 years ago. It was
Wow.
less of a thing.
Yeah, wow.
We are seeing people move towards less away from that traditional vision of retirement of I just want to get to 65 or 60 and stop working,
Yeah.
and more of a how can I create financial freedom so one day I can choose when and how I work. So you
Yeah.
don't need to don't have to work rather, but you do it because you want to. So it's less of a focus on that more traditional, let's just stop now.
All on, all off.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I think people, I mean, I know I am, looking at some of the generations that have done that and going, that looks like it sucks.
Yeah.
Why would I not want to work? Like,
Correct.
I know that people need purpose, right?
100%.
And without putting your hands to gainful work in some way, you're left in a lot, in many ways, purposeless.
Yeah.
And it's not to downplay people's family commitments and the roles they play in that as an older generation, but there can, what we've seen is that a lot of people, they retire, they stop working, and they watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
And
They get
do a whole lot of
sick.
nothing.
Yeah.
They get sick. They live a sedentary life, and they just get.
Yeah. And so that's really important. So we do still work with retiree clients as well. And a big part of our conversations is then, well, how do we use your money to make sure that you are still doing something that gives you purpose? And that could be travel, it could be volunteering, but just making sure it's not this just stop, because we have seen the impacts of that on people, and it's not great.
No, not at all. All right, let's switch gears into the awards themselves. What was it? What was it like getting nominated to start with, and then why did you choose to follow through with the application?
Yeah. Getting nominated was the coolest thing ever. I know you know what it feels like. It's because I still don't know to this day who nominated us.
Wow.
And it was just so flattering that someone that thinks we're doing such a good job to go out of their way and nominate us. I was really chuffed. I still am thinking about it. And wanting to proceed with the application, it actually fell around the 12-month anniversary of our business.
Yeah.
And so it was a really good time to actually sit there and reflect on the business. I found the application questions really empowering to have a really good look at what we've done well, what our room for improvement is. And it was just a really great opportunity to take a step back and look at what we had achieved in such a short space of time. And winning was a bonus.
Yeah. How did it feel? You were sitting there.
Well, you were not far from us.
No, I was on the next table. What was that experience like when all the cameras and the lights are shone on you?
Oh, it was unreal. Very unbelievable at the time. We were in a very competitive category and I was up against some incredible businesses. And to be honest with you, I didn't think I had a chance at all. So shock was the first reaction, but just this immense sense of pride. It was such a wonderful experience. And once I got over the shock, it was really great.
Yeah, love that. What do you think the impact has been of winning that award on such a new business? Like, how's business been after winning the award?
It was really good. As a team, it was a bit of a confidence boost of just that reinforcement and validation that, okay, this is going really well. But from a business perspective, we have definitely seen an uptick in the amount of inquiries that we're having that have directly referenced the awards and some of the media that we had after the awards as well. So that has translated into new clients for our business and more impact that we can have. So it's been really cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about the award and why you think the judges might have picked you, right? So emerging and energized, tell me, what does that mean? And what do you think it was about your business that the judges loved?
Yeah. So emerging and energized for me is early stage businesses that are already having an impact despite the fact that they're in the early stages. And reflecting on why, I think it is because every decision that we make in our business is how we can make a bigger difference to our clients and how we can make more of an impact to our clients. And we're already seeing that in some really amazing results with what our clients have been able to achieve and what we have been able to achieve as a business as well.
Yeah.
And I think that really stood out in the application and in the interview process that we went through as well, that we're setting out to do things differently. And so far we're proving that you can, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's huge. And to be, just over 12 months coming up on 18, and to be already seeing that impact and I love that. Like I started my business, I had a very different business, very different previous experience, i.e. zero. But it took such a long time to get momentum and for you to see that you're starting to build that momentum 12 months in is a massive encouragement. It should be a really big feather in your cap because it, one, shows you're meeting the market really well and that you're delivering a service that's really valuable and that people care about it. So you can't really ask for more than that. And that being placed next to some other great new businesses and having a team of judges, 3 judges say, Bec, what you're doing stands above the rest and you're worthy of this award. That'd be a wonderful feeling, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm walking a little bit taller at the moment. I can tell you that.
Great. I love that. And it's super cool. Like just the process of featuring all of these remarkable businesses on this podcast series for me is amazing, right? Like I get to have these conversations with people like yourself that are not only just having a go, but trying to imprint on the world their values and vision for how they could make it better. And you're doing a wonderful job at that. So
Thank you.
Thank you for what you're contributing to our community and our economy by just saying, no, I think I can help younger people and I think I can help people as a whole set themselves up in life a bit better.
Yeah, thank you.
Pretty cool. So tell me, what advice would you have, Bec, for someone, whether they're in a similar position as you were in the middle of the year or maybe in a different category that are looking at next year, following through with any potential fingers crossed nominations that they get? What advice would you have for someone?
Well, firstly, make sure you do it. Make sure you do it because it is it's a process that you have to go through with the application and the interview, but it is a worthy exercise in, as I mentioned before, just having the opportunity to sit there and reflect on your business. That alone, I promise you will get something out of that. But just start to think about what your point of difference is as a business and just capture that. I think just throughout the year as you are having those wins in your business, make sure that you're noting them down somewhere just so that you've got something back to refer to when you are doing the application process, so you're not just madly sitting there trying to get it all in.
It's hard to pull all of the things out of your head, right, in a moment in time.
Definitely.
No, that's good advice. Bec, thank you so much for being here and spending some time unpacking a really brief preview of what your business looks like and the impact that winning this award has had. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Very, very cool. Hey, thanks so much for tuning into this episode as part of the limited series Team Up with B Bendigo and Hebron Films, featuring the winners of the 2025 Business Excellence Awards. There are 13 episodes in total in this mini-series, so if you're at all curious about the other award recipients, then head over and check them out. We also have a new episode of Remarkable Regional Business dropping every fortnight, so please follow us wherever you get your podcasts. And finally, if you know someone who has or runs a great regionally based business and has a remarkable story to tell, then I would love to get them into the studio and tell it. You can dob them in at hebronfilms.com/podcast.